This is Ashley Frederickson with TooeleTV. Today we are in the home of Lindsey Clark, who is the business owner of the Etsy shop Tiny Crafty Toes. Lindsey, how did you even get started with this?
Well, I first learned how to crochet when I was really little, like I think 10, but I didn't really learn much. And so I kind of left off and I started back crocheting when my oldest son, James, was about 1. And it was just kind of whatever was fun as a hobby to do because I was staying at home with him. And then Tiny Crafty Toes happened about a year ago, and we've gone from there.
Okay, wonderful. So you have a story behind why you even started this to begin with. It's been a long struggle and journey, I think, for your family. So tell us a little bit about that.
When I got pregnant with my second son, Andrew, I had a really, really difficult pregnancy. So I had to completely stop crocheting and anything like that because it was just too much. I was sick all the time and just had to really take it easy. But when he was born, we found out that he has a rare eye condition and that he was blind in one eye, and that ultimately he would need surgery and glasses and contacts and things like that. And that really compounded on the stressful pregnancy and gave me a pretty strong case of postpartum anxiety with some paranoia too. So I really decided that was the time that I really needed to focus on something that would help me keep my inner peace and my inner calm when life was just going crazy. So when he was 2 months old and he had his first eye surgery, that was around the time that I realized I needed to find something that was going to bring me peace and bring me joy that I could do in my own time that was completely unrelated to the rest of my life and something that I could control. And then a few months later, as things were going after his surgery and we were dealing with the contact and his eye, I settled on shoes. It's what I kept coming back to and all the patterns that I was looking for and what I really just felt like I needed to do. And that's really turned into my passion, is just making baby shoes, because it kind of brings that joy of a newborn and that comfort and peace to me, and I hope that that's what it's bringing to the new parents that are getting these shoes too. So
that is such an inspiring story. I love when we use creativity as a vent and an outlet, and it sounds like you're doing exactly that. Mm-hmm. And I think these shoes are touching many lives. As you said, a shoe is a gift for a child. It represents new birth. Mm-hmm. Tell us, are you making these shoes from your own? Are you always copying patterns?
I find patterns that I like, the styles that I like or that I want to try something new. And then ultimately what happens is I end up adjusting the pattern, because most patterns for baby shoes only come in 2 sizes, 0 to 6 and 6 to 12. And that didn't really sit right with me, because if you have a new baby, their feet are going to be too small for the 0 to 6. So I sat down and I broke the patterns out and figured out how to adjust them into the 4 sizes, the 0 to 3, 3 to 6, etc. And so when I try a new pattern, I adjust it to work with what I do. And then I send it out to product testers, and they test the fit, the style, the comfort, if they're falling off the feet, if they don't fit right around the toes. They give me that feedback, and then I ultimately adjust the patterns again to where the shoes are going to be functional. So whether that's staying on the feet with kicking babies or when they're learning to crawl, if it's going to give them grip along the floor. But ultimately it comes back to me, and I adjust these products to be what I think they need to be the best out there for parents, because I don't want to send out shoes that aren't going to fit or that are going to fall off, because what's the point? What's the point of that?
Mm-hmm. Okay, tell us a little bit about the quality of the shoes. What are you using to make them, and how long can they typically last?
So these shoes, the boots are made with acrylic yarn because it's softer, it's a little bit fluffier, and it's warm. They have suede soles on the bottom. For the new babies, it's more just a stylistic thing, but for the older babies, it's real suede that gives a grip along the floor so they're not sliding around. So when they're walking, they actually do grip the floor. The sandals are made from cotton yarn because it's a little more breathable. You can get more airflow in, so you're not getting little sweaty toes in the summer. And then on the older sizes of those, they have a hemp sole, with a non-slip grip on them so that they aren't slipping and sliding around when they're walking, which I think is super important. So,
Do you take custom orders? Is everything just what you want to make? Do you take requests?
oh, it is not absolutely what I want to make. I am terrible with color choices. So I love doing custom orders in my shop. I have the sizes and the styles. So they pick that, and then I have the colors and the drop-down options. So ultimately, it's your shoe. It's what you want it to look like. I love doing custom orders because it's then what they want to see, and it's not what I want. So then I get to just be the hands that get to fulfill that for people. So
I think the most rewarding thing of being a business owner would be able to hear success stories or what they're using their product for. Do you ever get to hear what they're using the product for? And if so, tell us some of the things.
I do. I do get to hear it, and it's so much fun for me. I've had loafers go to weddings. I've had loafers that were in baby blessings, and some that are going to be part of a baby baptism soon when the baby is born. I have a pair that's getting shipped out today that are going to a birthday girl because they match her dress. So it's a lot of fun for me to hear what these shoes are going out and doing in the world. And it's what I like to think about when I make them. It's exciting. So
Perfect. I just love your shop so much, and I think our viewers will love it too. Tell us where we can find you.
you can find me on Etsy. And the shop name is Tiny Crafty Toes. So you can just type in tinycraftytoes.etsy.com.
Perfect. So be sure and check out her Etsy shop. And this is Ashley Frederickson signing off with TooeleTV.